love them, and so should you. I mean, as of this year, there isn't an entertainment industry that brings people together as much as the video game one does. Video games also tear people apart, but that usually happens over 3 or so matches of Mario Party, so we won't focus on that. However, as awesome as video games are, there are just certain things in them that make me... I can think of 15 instances that just make me groan like a zombie who just got her brand new scooter stolen. Or cry like a vampire with polka dot fever. So, hey, let's make a countdown! This is the top 15 groan-inducing things in gaming. Now, this isn't a trope or a cliche list because, well, let's face it, that list has been done out the wazoo by people who are 1,000 times better at this than I shall ever be. But this is mostly focusing on things that borderline ruined the games that they were in for me personally. Let's go! To be completely fair and honest, when I first started playing TF2, it was when I was on campus, and since the internet at that college would crash if more than 5 computers were hooked up to it at once, it really wasn't the game's fault. But really? Come on! Playing through the original Epic Mickey was an interesting experience for me. I really can appreciate all the work and research that the creators put into the game, but it really was one of those 90% at once and then never touch it again games for me. And one of the main reasons that made this so was the camera. Dear God, did no one look at this in bug testing and say, "This doesn't work"? It is literally the love child of Beyond Good and Evil, the unpolished sections of Kingdom Hearts 1, and Ninja Gaiden 2. Especially the changes mid-jumping. God, I can't count the amount of times I died because of this bullshit. But I think Yahtzee of Zero Punctuation said it best in his review of the game.
No, it's because in third-person games the camera is like the working class. If you can't control it, it will plot to destroy you. When it's not...
This one may be completely ignorable and forgettable in the grand scheme of things, but when it does happen to me... Have you ever played a Zelda game and saw something you really wanted to buy, but it cost 3 times the amount of money you have in your wallet at the time? So you run around Hyrule Field, Termina, the Great Sea, Skyloft, what have you, and you're eventually just 5 rupees short of the amount that you need. You see a patch of grass. You go over to said grass. You cut said grass, hoping for money, and you get hearts. Lots and lots of hearts.
You son of a bitch!
Later on, you get swarmed by monsters. When you manage to escape, you're on half a heart. You are desperately searching for any sorts of health so you won't keel over and die in the next 15 seconds. You see a patch of grass. You go over to said grass. You cut said grass, hoping for hearts, and you get rupees. Lots and lots of rupees. Sometimes I don't know why I love this franchise so much. Cirno. Just Cirno. Just Cirno. Everyone and their grandma has horror stories about the game changer that is the Mario Kart Blue Shell. Hell, I'll even admit to winning a few races due to this item alone. However, let me tell you all a story. And my god, I wish I had the footage for this. I was playing Mario Kart Wii, my personal favorite Mario Kart. The race was on Moonview Highway, my personal favorite track of the franchise. I was doing pretty good as Rosalina and her shooting star. I had a good second lead on everyone else. It was the final lap. Me and the sexy space goddess were a few good seconds away from finishing when BAM! Blue shell! Okay, I should have expected that. But I could still win the race if I got back into the flow of things. BAM! Blue shell! Well, fine! I guess I'm not meant to win this race, so I tried to speed up so I could at least make it into 4th place when BAM! Blue shell again!
Game! Hey, what?
I really wish more people knew about this game. But Sega kept Puyo Pop Fever under such hush-hush when it was released that anytime I asked any of my gamer friends, "Hey, you wanna play some Puyo Pop Fever?" their usual responses are,
What English, motherfucker? Do you speak it?
a shame. It's a really fun, unique puzzle game that doesn't focus on clearing your side of the screen as much as it focuses on the amount of combos you and your character can create. However, story mode can be a bit of a pain in the ass. Why? Because of CPU turnaround! Let me explain it this way. Most of the time in the later sections of the various story mode arcs, the CPU characters are, well, kind of stupid! However, there are other times when you will almost get to the end of a match, victory is in hand, the CPU screen is full of unmatchable pieces, when out of fucking nowhere the CPU will go, "Duh, I know how to play the game now," and completely change their skill level. I wouldn't have so much of a problem with this except the fact that it makes matches last freaking forever because neither you nor the CPU will want to give up.
Screw you guys, I'm going home. You get later.
Osu is a freeware rhythm game that was inspired by the likes of Taiko and Elite Beat Agents. It has a very open user base, meaning that the number of levels and songs that go into it are nearly endless. And the controls are fairly simple once you get used to them. So imagine yourself playing through The Disappearance of Hatsune Miku on hard. You've gotten a good combo chain when that right there happens. You could easily blame it on the user not hitting a cue, but a lot of the time it is due to Osu lockup. Osu lockup is when, at random, the Osu program and your mouse will stop communicating with one another. And guess what? It's unavoidable! It's a glitch that will happen at random with the game, and you cannot guess when it will happen, it just will. So you can be playing as well as you want, be focused on your screen like the Eye of freaking Sauron, and get a combo of 250 plus. But at random, Osu Lockup will rear its ugly head and say, "Fuck you, you're not getting 100% on this song today." Ah, fuck. So, I recently got into visual novels, mostly because I was watching Arcada's review of The World God Only Knows, and his words concerning the fact that a lot of anime fans may know of visual novels, but the vast majority of the community haven't ever played one, really made me think. Side note here. Have you ever gone into a type of media, be it a movie, a book, an anime, or a television show, and no more than 10 minutes in you can tell what the major plot twist is going to be? Yeah, this was my experience when I started playing Animamundi Dark Alchemist. It circles around the character of Count Jodek Zabarisk,
What? English, motherfucker!
a doctor who is about to have to go serve the royal family to resolve his late father's death. His younger sister Lilith wants to join him, thinking that he's going for a job opportunity, and Lilith. I was live blogging my experiences with this game, and I said, verbatim, "Oh Lilith, I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this, but with a name like Lilith in this setting, and the fact that you're the adorable younger sister type, you probably won't be living past chapter 3. And lo and behold, the bitch did make it past chapter 3!
Swing this way, we'll dance and we'll play. Now it's very easy, come on in, just take a chance and shake a
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Why was this here? Actually, okay, I get it. The whole subplot of Lollipop Chainsaw was that all this zombie chaos was happening on Juliet's birthday. But this fucking cake, man! You all know how this went down. Juliet is trapped in a room with a cake made out of dynamite. Along come a bunch of fire zombies threatening to set the whole thing on fire and blow the school to kingdom come. Here's the thing though. This part of the game is so slow and repetitive that you want nothing more than to pass it and never see it again. But no! If one zombie manages to get too close while you're dealing with its friends, then you get to do the whole thing all over again. And I'm sorry, but no amount of fan service mixed with Tara Strong's voice saying dirty things is worth doing this level more than twice. I loved Rayman Origins. Hell, I can't wait until I can get a Wii U so I can get Rayman Legends. It was a wonderful breath of platforming fresh air, and it was the right assortment of silly to keep me entertained. One thing I could have done without though, the tricky treasure chases. Not that this side quest was pointless, I actually liked getting these teeth back to the Grim Reaper so I could access the balls to the wall hard level that was the Land of the Living Dead. But the one thing about them that I hated was that while you were playing through them, there was the fact that loss of momentum could honestly make or break a run for you. And sometimes the loss of momentum would come from something you just can't avoid! Meaning that, like it or not, you will have to do these levels more than once, which takes plenty of playtime away from the other awesome parts of this game. Super Mario Sunshine, often referred to as the black sheep of the 3D Mario games, due to silly things like voice acting and the introduction of gimmick additions in the form of FLUDD, but I really don't see those as bad. This game, in my opinion, had some of the best levels, most gorgeous color schemes, and the best platforming of the Mario franchise. And then there was that one level. Anyone who has played the game knows what I'm talking about. It brings the smallest shudder to your spine thinking about it, but we have to go back to it just for a bit. The lily pad ride! Why, Nintendo? Why make this? It was already bad enough that we had to go through hell just to get to the access point for this level, but the fact that it's irritatingly hard in of itself is scream-worthy! In fact, Cleo!
Oh my!
The only problems in this level are that the water is acidic and the waterway, suspended in mid-air with slippery ledges, is huge! Oh wait! Those are the reasons this level sucks so bad! This is such a kick in the teeth! It's like if you went through the entirety of the Great Maze in Brawl, just to be greeted with another harder Great Maze!
Done.
One thing that I regret about my top 10 favorite Pokemon list is that I forgot to mention this beauty. Frostlass is the perfect mixture of cute, elegant, and creepy, and as soon as I saw her picture, I knew that I had to have one. This was back when I wasn't as internet or game savvy as I am now, so it took me a while to figure out how to get a Frostlass. In Pokemon Diamond, the last version that I actually owned, you had to find a female Snorunt and evolve it using a Dawnstone. Well, I had a good 6 Dawnstones on me for my journey, so that part was taken care of. All I had to do was find a female Snorunt. So I journeyed all over routes 216, 217, even back to Lake Acuity a few times. But let me tell you, something must have been up with my copy of Diamond because these areas were a freaking sausage fest. Do you want to know how long it took me to find a female Snorunt? 3 hours! 3 consecutive hours! Just so I could get a fucking female Snorunt, just so I could get my fucking Frostlass! That doesn't even take into account the training I had to give this thing so it wouldn't just be another ornament in my collection. And it wasn't like I was trying to find a rare Pokemon. I found hundreds of Snowrunts during this. But finding that one female was such a pain in the ass! Brawl fan through and through, but Melee had quite a few features that Brawl left me yearning for. I'm of course talking about Roy, the Fountain of Dreams, Roy, Dr. Mario, the original Game & Watch stage, and of course Roy. The event matches, save for a few, were pretty decent too. You know, all except the 7 years one. Yes, going up against a level 8 CPU Link is going to be tough, I get that. But my hatred of this event match stems from one occurrence. It was my 8th time trying to beat this match. I had gotten Link down to his final life, but I was on my last life too. He was 10% higher in damage than me, so I finally thought that this was going to be the day. He charged towards me, I charged up a smash attack, and then the part of the CPU in charge of items looked at the match and thought, you know what this match needs? A ba-bomb! Right in the middle of these two. So we both got sent flying upwards, and I swear to God, he was sent out further, but the CPU counted the KO against me. Meaning I got to do the whole thing all over again.
God damn it, I hate you.
Yes! Someone, whoever this is going to win this. Whoever this is winning the game. Yes! 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 Yes!
This last thing on this list is my bane. This one thing is what stops me from replaying the game that it's in. It alone almost makes me want to go get the disc for this game, snap it in 2, burn it, feed the ashes to a worm colony, and then burn the worms. I don't even want to introduce it anymore, so let me just say it. Game Killer, thy name is the Sky Concert. Why is this here? Alright, yeah, Helen's theme was that she's a musician, just like Clarice in the first game was a singer, but this is such a terrible way to go about introducing the theme of music. I can't even... So what's the story? Knights and Helen are traveling through the memory forest when they see an area that reminds Helen of a concert hall back home. I admit, Knights and Owl offering to help Helen recreate a performance is sweet. But fuck this level! Fuck it up the ass! I am telling you! Okay, so the point of this level is to fly along this musical staff and hit all the notes in perfect timing and rhythm to the song it's playing. Which is another redo of the Knights theme! And really, that wouldn't be so bad if this place wasn't so damn anal retentive! Because, let's just say that you decide to take a calm, collected pace with this level. Well, the staff will shoot ahead of you, and you will lose all your chances and die. What if you decide to just rush ahead a la speedrun tactics? You will lose all your lives and die! What if you try to play this level as you should? Chances are, you will lose all your lives and die due to something stupid like being distracted by the Nighttopians! And you will die! This level isn't even hard as much as it is tedious, and taking into the account that by this point in the game, I was just so done with everything, it didn't help. I hear people constantly try to defend this level, saying that it's the closest we get to the original Knights game on the Sega Saturn in this new incarnation. No! I don't know what game you were playing way back when, but Nights into Dreams was never this tedious. I even recently finished watching the Super Gaming Brothers Let's Play of it, and their basic sentiments were that it was an interesting concept, but the difficulty curve is a bitch! Also, didn't help that we get to hear yet another remix of the Knights theme! However, like I said before, this isn't a list of things that make me want to kill kittens in my scalding unending rage. It's just a list of things that I really wish I could have gone without. I'm not angry. I'm not. Fuck this game. I'm Libido09. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go try not to douse my copy of Knight's Journey of Dreams in gasoline and then chuck it into a car and then set the car ablaze.